Welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I am your host, Trey the Barber.
And it's your boy, Dice the Barber.
Kush here.
We got my boy Kush back in the building. Kush is always here. You know what I'm saying? Today, we don't have no guests today. It's just us, and we rocking.
Kush is the guest.
Nigga, Kush ain't no guest. This nigga's Kush is the sidekick.
I walk in and go straight to the fridge. I ain't even gotta ask.
Kush is the sidekick. He's here every goddamn week since we've been started. We couldn't get rid of this nigga. He just keeps coming back. So, he's a part of the show now. So, like I said, it's just us. And today we're gonna talk about a bunch of different things. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about the finals with LeBron and everybody. We're gonna talk about where he can possibly go. We're gonna talk about some relationship shit because my anniversary is coming up. So happy 13th anniversary to my wife, Rosa. Love you.
Happy anniversary, y'all.
Happy anniversary, y'all.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. You've been married for 13 years, man. It's just been a long, long haul, bro.
Hey, man,
So,
ups and downs, all of the trials.
hey, man, we've had everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I love my wife dearly, but we're going to get into that in a little bit. Right
Where
now.
that nigga shot, man?
Oh, I thought I did. Shit.
Hold on.
Nah, there's a couple over there.
Oh, yeah.
So, right now, I want to talk about a little bit of the heartbreak.
Hold on, nigga. Like we gotta start the show off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Heartbreak.
We gotta talk about we talk about that shit. But we gotta start the show off with a shot. We gotta bless the show.
That was a heartbreak.
And every show, if people don't know, if y'all just joining in,
that was not
we start the show off with a shot. Here we go.
Bang. Salud, brother. Salud.
Barbershop talk like this.
I'm not taking the whole shot right now, nigga. I'm already lit. So I want to talk about a little bit of my heartbreak with LeBron and him. I mean, however, it's not that big of a heartbreak because I didn't expect them to win. However, after
you expected them to win.
Listen.
Nobody expected them to win.
If
they would have got game one, they would have had a lot more confidence to win.
Game one would have been different. You know what I'm saying? So.
If they would have got
with them losing game one, with JR blowing game one for him, George Hill blowing game one for him, it fucked up everything that they had going. You know what I'm saying? It really did. Like,
it did.
They definitely would have got one at home had they got that for sure.
Okay, so they'd have lost 4-2, but they still was going to lose.
It don't matter. It would have been a better series.
Let me say this real quick.
I'll give you that.
Let me say this real quick.
They probably would have lost
in game one. Now, I mean, they got away from.
I think they would have went 3.
Listen, bro. Now, I mean, I think they could. It would have been way better because I'm not saying they would have won, but they had a possible chance because after game one, what they was doing. In that game, like they was coming off of those picks and switching and putting their hands up in everybody's faces, and was like kind of throwing off everybody's shot. So like they did everything they had to do to win that game one, bro. Like they and then I guess they went back and really thought that they didn't do what they had to do, and they went and changed their whole game plan. Now I mean, the rest of those games, the last 3 games, they was not coming off those picks how they was in game one. You know what I mean? It seemed like they just lost their fucking confidence, and then like in game 4, like it just looked like once they went up by a certain amount, it looked like LeBron just gave the fuck up, man.
No, he did not give up. And nigga, listen, at the end, in the last game when I guess you said game 4, you right.
Yeah, they got swept.
Yeah. So it's like nigga, it's over. These niggas I got with me ain't riding, nigga. It's like this. If you're in a fight, right, and it's you and 5 other niggas, or you and 4 other niggas, y'all in a fight, and them niggas is getting their ass whooped and you trying your best and then you start getting your ass whooped, at some point in time, your ass is going to take off running, right? Or you going to stay there until them niggas kill you?
I mean, if it's a fight, and I don't think we gonna die. If the 3 of us are fighting 3 other people,
and me and Dice look like we ain't fighting at all, and we just got our hands down. Them niggas just bam, 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 bam.
I mean, I'm not gonna leave my niggas. I'm not gonna run and leave y'all.
Nigga, we already left you.
Oh, well, if y'all left, then I'm running. If you ran, I'm running. But if y'all ain't ran, I'm not running.
If I lay down, nigga, you should lay down, nigga.
If you run, I'm gonna run. But if y'all ain't run, I'm not running. I'm not gonna be the first.
If I'm out there handling niggas, and then you niggas over there getting y'all ass whooped, then all 5 of these niggas start jumping on me, I'm running.
I'm mad because y'all niggas didn't help. That's all. But I don't.
Exactly.
I didn't. I'd say, the game 1 situation, that was as best of a game as they could put out against that Golden State squad. Yeah. Them niggas had Kyrie Irving last year and won one.
Nigga, they
had Kyrie last year and won one.
They did everything they had to do to win that game.
They was not going 7 with this team. They weren't.
Bro, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna tell you. So where do y'all think LeBron should go? Because I have some
stay
opinions.
In Cleveland.
Fuck no.
I think listen.
Everybody
stay in Cleveland.
Everybody say what they think.
Leave Cleveland.
We having LeBron, so everybody say where they think LeBron should go.
I think LeBron should stay in Cleveland. I think Dan Gilbert should spend the summer trying to revamp that roster. I know Chris Paul seemed like he just did not re-sign with Houston or told Houston he was not re-signing for less money. He wanted his check. So that seems to me like he's a little disgruntled in Houston. Mm-hmm. I would figure he was disgruntled down there too because Mike D'Antoni sucks as a coach.
He's waiting to talk to LeBron. That's just my opinion.
I think so. You put together a package. Maybe you get rid of Tristan and J.R. Smith or Tristan and Clarkson. You put together a package with some draft picks and some shit.
J.R. Smith definitely got to go.
J.R. Smith is
bye.
But you know what's fucked up?
Good riddance.
After
that
this
nigga,
finals, J.R. Smith
you done
can't
been in the
even
league
be
this
trade
goddamn
bait.
long, and you don't know if your team is up or
That
tied,
nigga probably had
and your
12
ass run
points
out
the
with the
whole
ball.
playoffs,
You got a chance to put it up to win the game. You're a fucking idiot.
That nigga probably had 12 points the whole play. He had
That's not true.
3 points, nigga.
That's not
he's
true.
a fucking
the other
idiot,
day he had like 12 in the first
bro,
half.
I don't give a fuck. He's a fucking
I'm just
idiot,
saying,
bro.
like, it seems
He cost his team the series, period.
It seems like that.
He definitely did not cost them the series.
So what you think? Continue. What you think should happen?
I think they should try to make a run at Chris Paul and one of them other players. I think Carmelo's gonna be is cheap as hell right now. You ain't got to pay a lot for him. Him and LeBron always wanted to play together.
Well, Carmelo just got that big ass deal. That nigga ain't going nowhere.
Hey, honestly, because I like the Clippers, I think they should get rid of Doc Rivers. They should hire Mark Jackson. LeBron should build his own goddamn super team with them niggas, and they should just take over the West.
Fuck
They ain't got that much money, nigga. You dreaming? This nigga.
If you can start fresh and you can bring in niggas with you like.
You know how many times the Clippers done started fresh?
No, I'm talking about LeBron. If LeBron can start fresh with the Clippers, like nigga, look, we not talking about just the Clippers. You think about the name, the Clippers. Let's get rid of that and just say he's coming to the Clippers. We get rid of fucking the coach,
Doc Rivers.
I fucking hate this motherfucker. Get rid of Doc Rivers.
That nigga got a tatted on hairline.
Bring in Mark Jackson.
I agree.
You got
Mark
LeBron.
Jackson.
Chris
And
Paul
nobody
come back. Look, Chris LeBron, Chris Paul come back, and then you get Kawhi Leonard. Nigga, them niggas will be a beast. Nigga, you get a couple other little role players in that motherfucker because the Clippers got money. They ain't got no superstars right now.
Yeah, it sounds like
you know what I'm saying. And they would have DeAndre Jordan down there still. That would be dope.
I think it makes more sense if Kawhi and Chris Paul went to Cleveland rather than all of them going to the.
Everybody talking about going to the Lakers.
Yeah. Because the Lakers,
I don't really want to go to the Lakers.
Listen, the Lakers got enough money.
Is that a Lakers jersey you got on shirt?
No, niggas are fucking champions.
It do look Laker-ish.
Yeah, Laker-ish. Golden State-ish. Looks like a little Golden State-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
You ain't no Knicks fan.
Just because I got on a yellow shirt today, nigga.
I mean, the nigga didn't say LeBron should go to the Knicks. You know he ain't a Knicks fan.
Listen, man, because
he knows LeBron would never go to the Knicks.
I'm a realist, nigga. Like that shit ain't fucking real.
Why
you know what I'm saying? I mean, like the only reason why he might want to go to LA is because he got 2 cribs out here. He got one crib, then he got one being built for people who don't know. And basketball basically goes around because social
that
media.
Nigga laid
like
bricks. Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Dice think he know everything.
He from the bricks.
Dice think he knows a little bit about everything.
Nigga, I watch the news, man. Like, what the fuck, nigga? I
TMZ, nigga. Shout out to TMZ.
Yeah, he watches the news, and also too, if you came in and told him something that's news as well.
Oh, okay, yeah,
just so you motherfuckers know, like that nigga, he quotes a lot of shit that he heard from his niggas. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? He'll say that shit like it's the honest to God truth.
I take it in. You know what I mean? And I will make you believe that shit. But the Lakers, they got the cap space for it. Like they got enough for 2 max deals, and I'm pretty sure one of those, like probably like Chris Paul or somebody, if they was to have Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James playing with, what's his name? Kyle Kuzma?
Kyle Kuzma?
Not Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma?
Kuzma, yeah, that
Kuzma.
nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep Ball, but they got enough for 2 max deals, and I think Chris Paul will actually take the drop. But where I actually think LeBron will go, and where I think it makes sense, is for him to go to the Sixers, because if he comes to the West,
want him.
Listen, because if he comes to the West, you know, they still got to deal with Golden State. He got a better path of making it to the finals if he goes with the Sixers and play with Ben Simmons and Embiid and stuff like that. And they might have enough money to get one more good player to come over there with him. And the only team they got to really worry about is Boston. You know what I'm saying? So I think that his best bet would be to go.
We don't want
Philly.
him on the Sixers.
You might not want him, and they might not need him, but I think it'd be better.
I'm gonna be
Listen,
honest
if you
with
say
Trey.
you don't want LeBron,
I'm gonna be honest with Trey. I'm gonna be honest with Trey before you say what you about to say, because I know you about to. If you say you want, fuck LeBron. Now I love LeBron James as a player. I think that nigga is an amazing player. And if he came to the Sixers, it would be great, and we would probably win. But Ben Simmons is not going to develop the same. And right
Yes,
now,
he
wait,
would.
I think he will.
Stop.
I think he would develop even better.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Nobody gets better around LeBron James. Nobody gets better around LeBron James.
Oh my God, this nigga's
Nobody gets better around.
Everybody gets better.
Nobody gets better.
LeBron makes the whole team fucking better.
No, he doesn't.
Until them bitch ass niggas fucking quit.
Every player,
everybody gets better. Everybody gets better.
Nigga say before LeBron, dog.
You the only nigga who's ever said anything like this. Nigga, LeBron makes everybody around him better.
I'm not even gonna argue with you. You don't know shit. LeBron has made goddamn, what's the white boy? What's the white boy that played around him that was a beast in the post that now is a spot up shooter? Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Nigga, hold on,
LeBron made Dwayne Wade, who was a beast before he came to the Miami Heat.
They got
what
rings.
is it? What was Chris Bosh before he went to the Heat?
Nothing.
What are you talking
Chris
about?
Bosh was whack, man.
Listen,
Chris Bosh was not whack.
Time out.
Basically, to play with LeBron, you got to become a spot-up shooter.
Time out.
Ben
What you
Simmons
have
is not a
said
spot-up
about- time
shooter,
out.
so where does Ben Simmons fit in with LeBron?
Time out. Here's the thing. Everybody that you said had nobody there with them.
Dwayne Wade
Time
was
out.
a champion before
He
LeBron
was a champion.
James.
He was a champion.
Before
but
LeBron
when
James.
listen,
Nigga.
he was a champion
Just like
when he
my
had Shaq. Time out. When LeBron came down there,
He was
D
Dice
Wade
before
had
LeBron.
nobody. Time out. When LeBron James came, D Wade had nobody.
Neither did
Kevin
LeBron.
Love. Hold on. Kevin Love played in Minnesota. He had nobody. Fucking.
What does this mean? What does this
because
mean?
the reason being is that
How did that make him better?
That's why they all shined so much, as what you're talking about, because there was nobody around them. They were the superstars, but now LeBron is a superstar. So nigga, you got to take a step back.
Wait. 4 superstars play in Golden State. Nobody really has to step back and alter
Nigga,
their
hold on,
game.
time out.
But you come
Hold
to
on,
LeBron and you got to become a
Hold on.
spot-up
You
shooter.
say, hold on, time out.
Leave the
This time
post.
is great.
Like,
Let me
what are
say
you
something.
talking
You
about,
asked me a
dog?
question. You asked me a question. Nobody has to step back. Nigga, that was Steph Curry's fucking team before KD showed up. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody has to show
No,
up.
Steph Curry
it was Mark
put up
Jackson's
30.
team.
No,
I just seen
nigga,
Steph Curry
was
ball out in the
Stop
finals.
screaming
What
into
are
the
you
goddamn
saying?
mic.
leader.
Is Steph Curry
Right, he
is
balled out.
balling any different?
Back up, y'all popping the shit out of the mic.
Is he balling any different?
They'll adjust it on the audio.
Nah, it's a
they
clip.
always do.
It's a clip. That's hard to fix. I
Nah.
know. But go ahead. I know.
Anyway, point being is this.
Is he any
Nigga,
different?
Hold on, wait a minute. Nigga, Steph Curry has not won an MVP finals since he's been.
I don't give a fuck about MVP.
Are you gonna let me make my argument?
Go ahead.
Okay. My point being is you saying nobody has to take a step back on Golden State. Every last one of them niggas took a step back when KD showed up. KD is now their guy. That's the guy all the time. Nigga, that was Steph's team before he showed up.
Sounds
Steph
good.
was the man.
Steph
was the man. So
But
you telling me
you're not
Steph
gonna dominate with Steph.
But you tell
You're not going to
they
dominate
was?
long term.
They won.
No, they weren't. Long term, you're not gonna. They lost in the finals with Steph.
But they also won in the finals with Steph.
I know, but they beat an injured, supposedly Cavalier team.
They did.
Now you got the
which
perfect
is why they
squad
had to
and
go out.
everybody
Which is
balling.
why they had
And
to go out
everybody
and
balling.
get. Which is why they had to go out and get a LeBron James. I mean, Kevin Durant.
who?
Which is why they had to go out
who?
and get a Kevin Durant
who?
because they had to build a Voltron nigga to beat this nigga. That's why.
They had to beat who?
Nigga,
They had to beat
nigga.
one dude.
Nigga, they beat him before
I
they had
didn't see
Voltron.
this same one dude.
They beat him before they had
with
KD.
the injured team. With the
Okay.
injured team.
And-
Without the injured team, they lost.
Yeah,
so
Drake-
then
but-
they
but-
got-
I mean,
so
but
then they-
Draymond-
so then they go
Draymond-
get KD
Draymond got
and they
suspended too,
formed the
though.
Voltron crew.
What I was
Draymond got
saying,
suspended
regardless
too,
what
so,
I'm
like,
saying.
you know,
Nigga,
they
Draymond
lost
got
some
suspended in
arms.
Game 5. What about Game 6 and 7?
No, I mean, that
I hate
set the
when niggas
pace.
say that.
That set the
Draymond shouldn't have
pace.
been playing like he was playing to put
That
himself
set
in
the
position.
pace. That
Hold on,
set the
Draymond
pace.
shouldn't have been playing like he played to put himself in position to get fucking suspended.
I wouldn't
That's
kick a
not
nigga in the
LeBron's
nuts
fault.
on
That's
a
nobody's fault
basketball
but
floor.
fucking that
no
nigga's
doubt,
fault.
but it set the pace. you know what I
Back
mean,
to
for
the
them,
point,
for them
though.
to get
Back
that
to the
confidence.
point, though. Regardless, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, whoever else has come
Kyrie
together.
was nowhere before LeBron showed up.
Kyrie was
Kyrie was at the fucking dead bottom. Kyrie was
doing good in Cleveland by himself.
Nigga, that's how.
Kyrie was doing good by himself.
Them niggas had the
Kyrie
first
was doing
pick
by himself. He was balling. The team was whack. He had no squad. He had absolutely nobody.
Whoa.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I gotta take this real quick.
Uh-oh.
The fuck?
Well, I can't argue with nobody.
Is this? You know what I'm saying? No.
We'll go to a commercial break. Oh shit, we don't got no commercial.
No, I mean, but in sports news, I mean, did you just so happen to catch the Belmont Stakes?
Nah, man. So I'm gonna tell you,
niggas don't watch horse racing.
My pops used to go to the racetrack, Keystone Racetrack in Pennsylvania, goddamn every day, nigga. And when I was a child, and yeah, I don't know, man. I just ain't off the horse races, man. It ain't
well, if you in a barbershop, nigga, we in there for 12 hours a day. We don't have shit else to do but watch whatever the fuck is on sports.
Center,
you know what I'm saying? So nigga, so it's like, all right. Hold up, there's no basketball, there's no fucking football for a while, so let's put some money in on the motherfucking horses and shit.
So who won? Because I know y'all just picked my number.
No, we didn't even end up doing it. These motherfuckers ain't want to do it, man.
You didn't win.
Justified won.
We didn't bet.
Justified won.
No.
Listen, I mean, because Trey was a bitch.
2 weeks ago.
Trey's a bitch.
So you blame the whole shop on me?
Yeah, because I mean, you took away the whole energy from the shop to make everybody want to bet. This nigga was like, nah, Dice do his research and shit, not me, before he make his bet. Nigga, anybody who makes a bet is supposed to do fucking research on whatever the fuck they betting on. Just because I called the horse before y'all called, nigga, not me. Just because I called the shit before you did, who I wanted the horse to win. Now I mean, now you don't want to fucking bet $5, nigga. Hopefully you would think somebody else would win that bitch.
No, because here's the thing. It's not like doing research in situations like that benefits you if you're going to the horse track to fucking, therefore we can all bet on the same fucking horse.
Right.
But we're in the shop. If we know this is the strong horse and this nigga's obviously done the research, anytime Dice has come back and
But I picked that horse before, though.
I let you talk. I said quietly, let me talk. Anytime Dice comes back and called the horse by name, I'm not betting.
I said, nigga, I got justified.
Exactly. Now, when we call numbers, hey, give me number 7, give me number 6.
I got justified.
I'm with that.
Nigga.
Because therefore nobody knows anything
shit,
about
right?
shit. So we just actually taking a guess.
Right.
When this nigga show up, I got justified. A couple years ago, I got American Pharaoh. I'm like, hold on. But we all can't pick the nigga who's favored to win. You feel what I'm saying?
But American Pharaoh wasn't favored to win.
Because you've done your research, now you come in and holler out the nigga's name first, you automatically got dibs on the horse.
You just call the name of the horse.
Exactly.
Right.
So
but American Pharaoh
that to me, time out. That to me is not fair when you're doing that system. So I say, if that's the case, let's all throw numbers in a hat. Throw all the numbers of the horse in a hat. Everybody draws a number, and then
that's
your real luck of the draw.
And that's your horse. I told him
that's a good solid rule for the shop.
Yo, and I told him, I said, yo, all right, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I said, just because, let's do it like that. You know what I'm saying? And then even when I said that shit, I was like, all right, let's do it. He over there eating and shit. I'm like, yo, do the numbers.
Exactly. I'm eating. And then now mind
but the
you,
shit was about to happen in like 3 minutes.
Mind you, we had this discussion 3 hours before.
He eating, we all cutting.
We had 3 hours before. This nigga wasn't cutting all day. He had some time where he could have done it.
But the shit wasn't on there. We didn't know the numbers.
I'm taking my lunch break. I got a set amount of time. I got a nigga over here waiting for me. I'm trying to eat. And this nigga talking about, write the numbers down and put them in a hat. Fuck you.
Nigga.
I'm eating my food.
But everybody else was cutting the shit. You know what I mean? Like, you could have took a minute out, write the numbers down, and then I just took it out from everything.
I'm not
shit,
stopping.
man. But anyway, I mean, the dude who has justified the horse rider, his name is Mike Smith, second time winner, 52 years old and shit. And he's the same owner, not the rider, but the person who owns Justified is the same owner of American Pharaoh.
Confusing the motherfucker. This nigga conversation confused your ass.
Because he don't know shit about horse racing.
It wasn't that he don't know shit about horse racing. It was your fucking explanation that sent that nigga in the loop. He was with you for a minute, and then all of a sudden you start talking. That nigga face went like this. That nigga went from talking. That nigga said,
okay, anyway, nigga, know what I mean? So let me tell you this. The person who owns Justified, who just won the Triple Crown, He's the same owner of American Pharoah who won the Triple Crown
So they
about 3 years ago.
They breed
that
big
dude,
horses,
and he looked
basically.
like fucking Ric Flair.
And this nigga tries to pick the horses
And you
by name.
So
See
you
what I'm
only
saying?
pick that breeder is basically what you tell me.
I mean, he won two in the past two Triple Crowns in
done
the past
his
3
research.
years, my nigga.
Exactly,
Like,
which is
yo,
why it's not fair.
I mean,
But
shit,
to run up in the
I didn't
shop
go
and
with
first calling
I
the
didn't go
name.
with Gronkowski. They had a horse named Gronkowski that
Here's the
came in
thing.
second.
The nigga would be smarter to come in and just know the horse's number and just be like, yo, I
Yeah.
got number 7.
right.
Instead,
right.
he wants to call the horse by name, which
Yeah.
now lets me know, nigga, you know something about the horse.
Right, I ain't betting. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean,
whatever,
you know,
man.
From
Know what I
now
mean?
on, no, check it out, nigga. It doesn't matter. No, because of this nigga. So from now on, we will all draw horses' numbers from the fucking pot.
Which is
and,
what
I'm
I
with it.
thought
I'm with
was
it.
the original
I'm with it.
scheme.
Yeah, it was.
That's
It was.
that's
That
the
was the
most
plan,
fairest way
yeah.
for everybody gambling in the shop.
It is, and I'm with it, and I'm with that shit. You know,
So
hold on,
Yeah, we gotta finish that whole. Like, I had made a point about.
yeah, go ahead, go back to it. Let's go.
I just said.
Yeah, this nigga had to take a goddamn commercial break,
I said,
getting fucking phone
Hey,
calls and having to
well,
take them.
the thing of it
like,
is-
know what I mean, you did a Gary O'Neal right now.
well, the thing of it is I have a homie from my neighborhood who's in town visiting.
Is he coming?
He was supposed to come down here, which is why I thought he might have been outside and couldn't find the place.
Yeah,
So he
explain.
just actually just left the graduation. So I'll hook up with him after. Anyway, so that's the reason why I stepped away.
Okay.
Only
Mad at you,
because
Trey.
it's a childhood friend who's here from out
No
of
doubt,
town.
no doubt.
wasn't
I
mad
get
at
that.
you,
I get
dog.
that.
We wasn't
Yeah.
mad at
All right, so back to the argument. What was you saying, nigga?
Oh, nigga, I was just explaining that all of the all-stars that were around young LeBron, even this year, they got
Young
traded
LeBron?
away. They got traded away when they were supposedly losing in the beginning of the season. Dwayne Wade goes back to Miami, balls out. Derrick Rose goes to Minnesota, balls out.
Yeah.
Your boy that got traded to Utah goes to Utah, balls out. They was losing
Derrick
with
Rose
LeBron.
is not balling.
Remember?
He is, nigga,
Derrick
what?
Rose put up 14 and
Yeah,
5 this
nigga.
year. What are you talking
Yes, he
about?
did.
That's balling out for injured ass.
Yeah, hell
having ass
yeah. He wasn't paying attention. I mean, just
That's not balling
nigga,
out.
talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
That is not balling out.
Nigga
14
is
and
doing
5
better
is
than what
not
the fuck
balling
he was
out.
doing.
No, nigga, that's not balling.
He
No, I
wasn't
mean,
doing that shit in
he was a
Cleveland.
We talking about
contribution to
Derrick
the
Rose.
team.
We talking about Derrick Rose.
He was a
Former
contribution.
MVP. Former
Nigga,
MVP.
and he stole
14 points a game and 5 assists. And nigga,
And when he was MVP, who'd he steal it from? LeBron James.
When he was MVP, he had functional ACLs and MCLs.
Nigga.
He doesn't have those anymore. So
Anyway,
yeah.
14 and 5 is not balling out. Fuck that.
He wasn't doing that
Continue
in
your
Cleveland.
point.
He
Continue
wasn't
your
doing that with superstar. I'll make everybody
his point,
better. My point is,
his point is, not me. Everybody
he don't
does
make
better without
everybody-
LeBron.
Exactly. He don't make
Where's
everybody
Smoke?
better.
I wish Smoke was here. See, here's the thing. Arguing basketball as far as making points, it's not really my thing. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot about the sport. I know about, but I just can't.
Trey don't play sports.
Listen, nigga, stop motherfucking telling motherfuckers that shit, because that's not the truth, nigga. I play every motherfucking sport.
Look
nigga.
how mad this nigga got. Look how mad he just got.
Because that shit pisses me off every time this nigga say that shit, nigga. My name is not Mike Lowry. My name is not Mitch Pascal.
And I know what to say to piss this nigga the
He
fuck
does.
off.
He knows what the fuck to say, nigga, because I play sports, nigga. Shit, I play baseball,
That nigga
basketball,
played 1
football,
year of everything
No, I didn't, nigga.
as a motherfucking kid.
He just listen. The nigga just gets
Started on
mad.
the
Listen, the
badminton
nigga gets
team
mad at me
in
because
high
guess
school.
what? When I went to a high school, my high school was a performing arts high school, nigga.
no sports.
It's not my fault that motherfuckers didn't have sports. Nigga, by the time they figured
you're
it
not a
out,
sports
listen,
nigga, you would've
no,
went to a high school that had
no,
played
nigga,
sports.
because listen, I knew I wasn't gonna be a professional athlete.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga,
If you was an athlete, you would've went to a school that
I
did
knew
athlete
I
shit.
wasn't gonna be a professional athlete.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
knew that.
yeah, look at you.
Listen, what
You're not an
are we
athlete.
doing today?
What he was
But
saying
guess what?
was he
What
knew
I did is
early
what I
he
did in
wasn't
high school.
talented in sports.
What
Yeah,
I
what
do,
he
no,
said.
nigga. What I did in high
do
school, nigga,
performing
pays
arts.
off for me to this day, nigga. What I learned at fucking Paseo Academy of Performing Arts High School has paid off for me right now while we doing
It
this
does.
motherfucking
It
podcast,
does. Now,
while
I
we
mean-
do our motherfucking videos. What are you doing with basketball?
Nigga,
Nothing.
no,
What are you
no,
doing
no.
with football? You went to a D3.
you wanna know
Hold
what?
on, time out. This nigga went to a D3 college playing football on a partial scholarship. What has that done
At
for
least I
him?
went to
That nigga
college
ain't went to the
playing
motherfucking
sports.
NFL. That nigga ain't did shit regarding sports.
But you
or
wanna know what?
anything that regards the receiving
I'm
of football.
gonna tell
When's
you-
the last time you caught a football?
I'm gonna listen.
Nigga, not within the last 6 months.
Listen, I'm gonna
This
tell
nigga
you
ain't
how
caught
all that shit ties
The
in.
fuck is this nigga
I'm gonna
talking
tell you.
about?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how all that shit ties in and how everything works the way it's supposed to work. Because I did go. I got a partial scholarship to a D3 school playing football. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is, when I went to that college, my major was broadcast and communications, which brings me right to where the fuck we at right now.
Oh. does that got to do with playing football though?
They ain't got shit to do with it. You know what I mean? But you talking about what you did.
What I'm saying is,
what you saying is,
guess what? You got started in the broadcasting.
My knowledge is way bigger. You know what I mean? But
your knowledge is way bigger.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Than mine.
Yeah, in football.
Okay,
yeah.
no, okay, nigga. Okay,
nigga, what?
Anyway,
Nigga, what? Know what I mean? But the thing is, I mean, you went to performing arts to do what you did.
So my knowledge is way bigger in this right now.
No, because I went to school and this was my major.
But I started in high school and I also did it in college. So did I not get a head start on you?
You did.
Okay, so then therefore, shut the fuck up.
Nah, he got that one. It's all good. But anyway, you know what I mean? But the thing is, the nigga came unprepared today. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't come unprepared.
Who was prepared?
I didn't come unprepared today. Have I not been taking part of the discussion?
You have.
Have we not? You know what I'm saying? Okay.
You haven't.
So
I mean,
time out. Which brings
Smoke
me.
is not here.
What?
Smoke is not here, which is what he said. Shout out to my brother Smoke. My music is fire.
Yeah, really.
The joint by the beach. The joint. I forget what the hook was already. I was singing it. What's the joint by the beach? The joint that he got with by the beach.
I don't know. Shout out to my nigga Smoke. I wish he was here to
Smoke
argue
is
this
great
fucking
for basketball
argument.
arguments. LeBron doesn't always
gonna
make
get him in
his
here.
better.
Smoke is like
We
my
can argue
go-to.
about
He
this
works
shit
right
in the
next to
shop.
me at the shop. So anytime we get into basketball arguments and I get stuck, I
Smoke
just
get
tap that
frustrated
nigga.
with me. That nigga just shut up sometimes. That nigga be like, I can't even argue.
Because Kush is stupid. That's why. Nobody wants to argue with you.
But he know
Right.
Kush know his shit.
Anyway, so time out.
Nigga, LeBron's teammates.
Okay,
Kevin Love ain't better.
I'm
The rest
done
of
with
them niggas
basketball
ain't
right
better,
now.
man.
I'm done with basketball right now. I want to move into.
And this nigga over here, and this nigga just over here just rolling up
I want to
a
move
fucking
into the
backwood and shit,
segment
like,
of. I want to move into the segment of talking about relationships. Because again, like I said, oh shit, my ass.
Nah, I'm
Because
talking about nigga.
oh, okay. Because again, my anniversary's coming up. I do want to. Happy
13
anniversary
years.
once again. 13 years. 13 years. It's been a long time. And I just want to talk a little bit about marriage and relationships and cheating
can't relate to
and
marriage.
Huh?
I know you can relate to relationships though, nigga.
No,
I mean, shit.
because I want to talk about a little bit more about because we in an age where a lot of black men, especially, don't want to get married. And so
Black men, it's not just black men.
I ain't saying
this. Just say men.
Nigga,
Just say men.
But it's a lot of black men, nigga. Man, my ass. It's a lot of black men out there that's not thinking about marriage. And not to say that the other races are not, but there are more of them that are getting married than us. And so I just want to talk a little bit.
Did you do your research on that or something?
Yeah, I did, nigga.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Keep bringing it on now.
Handy business.
You drinking Modelo's now?
Nigga, it's in the fridge. Nigga,
This nigga's drinking beer. I don't even see Dice drink beer.
I don't even drink beer, but
that nigga, that's how much of an alcoholic this nigga is. This nigga, the Tito's is out, so the nigga just starts drinking beer. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, anyway, so I just want to spend a little time talking about this because it's like I feel like I feel like my brothers are afraid of marriage. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not afraid of marriage. I wouldn't say that. Speaking
what
of
is
myself personally.
Yeah, for you personally.
For me personally, I might think, and this is just being real honest, I might have not been with the right person or, at the right places in my life to marry somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm a musician out here in LA.
Okay, let me ask you
That shit
this.
is hard as fuck.
let them finish.
It's a lot of ups and downs financially and whatnot, and it's, you know what I'm saying?
Would you like to get married?
I have wait, no. Let me no. I didn't. I wasn't saying in a
voice
negative.
crack.
I wasn't saying in a negative.
Okay.
I would like to have another kid. Y'all know I have a son. I'd like to have another kid.
Nigga, you like 55.
I'm like 55, but my grandfather had a child at 60-some years old. Don't get it twisted, nigga. We shoot healthy sperm till we're like 90.
Where y'all from again?
Barbados is where my grandfather
Nigga,
is from.
I always want to say Belize, but I know it's not Belize. I was
It's
just having
not
talking to
Belize.
Sonny and them. I'm like, it's not Belize.
let 'em
We don't say bumbleclot. We say rasul.
But let him finish
Anyway,
why, though?
all right, so I know, and I look at you as an example of this. Raising your two kids, you and Rosa have stuck together. I think if I want to have another child, I want to be in a healthy situation similar to yours to where it's me and that woman, not a separate situation where you raising a child with two different ideals. So
Okay.
I would like to get
Let me say
married
this.
if I had
Let me
a
say
child,
this.
if I had another kid.
Let me say this. My wife and myself, like, bro, we've been married for 13 years. We've had a lot of ups and downs.
I know. I've been
and in the beginning,
all good situations do.
but in the beginning, we had a lot of more downs and ups. But see, a lot of people, what they don't do is stick through all of the bullshit because at some point in time, the major part of the bullshit settles down. There's still some shit that pops up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my wife are like, yo, there's times where we wanted to divorce one another.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, I'm done with this. She's like, I'm done with this. But God, you know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of people, I tell people all the time, you know, God moved heavily in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? I won't go into all the details, but you know, he started to work. It wasn't her, it wasn't me. He went to work on her, he went to work on me, and he made our situation better.
I will say, you know just as your brother, I remember, you know, random times, we ain't gonna get into specific details, but what I always respected about you is you've always, and you say this, I'm married, and you respect the vow of your marriage.
That nigga
can't convince you to do no dumb shit. Right, like, you know what I'm saying? And there were times where I was like, nigga, I know you're going to get a divorce just by how things would look, and you would, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, nigga, you might as well. Yeah, you know everybody around.
The nigga was trying to move in with me at one point.
Right, but he wasn't trying to see nobody else. Like, he was still committed to Rosa even through the bad shit. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and that's one of the shits, like, watching you, my brother, like, for real. Like, it's a source of inspiration and strength by coming up around.
It's like this, bro. Like, I learned a long time ago. I learned by watching other people. You know what I'm saying? By watching mistakes. And I remember, and this is one of the things that always stuck with me. I mean, when I first got out of high school, I started working at this job. And I was working with this guy. He had probably been there 10, 15 years. And the motherfucker he was making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But this nigga was always broke.
Right.
Like, always broke. And I'm like, bro, why are you broke? And that nigga said, listen, baby. No. What he said to me, he said, bro, I was married. He said, I never cheated on my wife. And one night I was out. He said, I ran into this gorgeous woman. He said, she was interested in me. I ended up fucking her. You know what I'm saying? I got caught.
Caught doing what?
He got caught cheating. His wife caught him.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
This is prior to cell phones because it was when Trey was in high school. So,
it was after high school.
He really had to do some dumb shit.
So he got, regardless of the point, he got caught. And so the nigga said his wife left him. She took the kids.
And took half.
Listen, that nigga paid child support and alimony. That nigga said, I never seen that bitch again. And he looked at me and he said, that was the most expensive patch of pussy I have ever had in my life.
That cost that nigga his life. He did a life sentence for a piece of ass.
And for whatever reason, at that age, that shit always stuck with me. Now, also, too, I had great examples in my grandparents because both my grandparents on both sides, they stayed together until they died. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother passed away on one side. My grandfather, he just stayed by himself, you know, forever. And then my other grandmother, she passed away. My other grandfather, he got a new wife, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he stayed with her until he passed away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I just respect the sanctity of marriage. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just thinking about self. When you think about cheating and think about fucking around and all these other things, that's all selfish shit. But when you are involved in a marriage, bro, it's like you are a team. You committed. You supposed to be one and the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I go out and I cheat and I fuck around, not only am I hurting her, but I'm also hurting myself. I'm also hurting my kids. You know what I'm saying? It disrupts the family. You know what I'm saying? So it takes, you have to be a man to decide, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, my body is craving this. You know what I'm saying? I think I want this, but is that really what I want? No. What is it gonna cost me? You know what I'm saying? You bust a nut. By the time you bust that nut, nigga, it's like, you feel terrible.
Nigga,
you know what I'm saying?
That's $100,000 nut.
I've been married for 13 years. I've never cheated on my wife. I'm proud to say that. I tell that to people all the time.
I know it to be a fact.
I talk to guys all the time. It's like, yo, if you get married, bro, like, you have a choice to get married or not. And most of the time, you've asked them to marry you. So if you asking somebody to marry you, make sure that shit is out your system.
If there's one thing I can't say about this nigga Trey, if he's going to be one way, he's going to be consistent. If he gonna be a good nigga, he gonna be consistently a good nigga. If he gonna be ignorant, he gonna be a consistently ignorant nigga.
I mean, and that's my dog. What's so crazy about that is because you know you got married, you had your kids and stuff like that, and like there's a big percentage, you know, of like people who get married and they have kids and they end up getting divorced and stuff like that. You know, I got a quick fact right here. It says, according to relationship research, institute in Seattle, within 3 years of the birth of a child, approximately 2/3 of couples find that the quality of their relationship declines. And within 5 years of the birth of the first child, 13% of marriages end divorce for couples who were married at that time of the child's birth.
Struggle,
you know what I'm saying? Like the 5-year dissolution rate rises to 39%.
People
for couples who were living together at the time of the child's birth.
They
You know
not
what I mean?
built
So
for the struggle no
it's
more,
hard.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't harder than it was ever, man. People ain't built for the struggle.
Listen.
Nowadays, women and men, but like everybody want everything to be perfect.
And they want it to be peachy.
Right, and it ain't always
and the
peachy.
reality is it's not peachy. When you take vows, if you marry, it says for better or for worse. You know what I'm saying? At times when them worse are happening, it's hard to maintain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to be like, man, fuck that. Like, this is some crazy shit. But the reality is if you sit still and you work through it, goes not just through marriage, but in any part of life. When you hit an obstacle and shit gets hard, if you continue to work through that struggle, at some point in time, it is bound to get easier. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like at the point where me and my wife are now, like, shit is definitely easier than what it was 8 years ago.
Y'all
You know what I'm
veterans
saying?
now.
Yeah,
Y'all vets.
we vets now. You know what I'm saying? Now our arguments, we argue, whatever, I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Before arguments would last, we would go argue and we wouldn't talk to each other for like 2 fucking weeks, bro. Like, it's hard when you living in a household with a person.
But it's a chess match, and I think you, like, obviously just knowing your ass as long as I've known you, you've calmed down considerably.
Yes.
So, you know what I'm saying? You probably back in the day used to be like, fuck that, and keep arguing. Nowadays, you get to a point, like, yeah, like now you be getting, you know what? You right.
You know what I'm saying? I say what I gotta say and I'm done with it.
Right.
It's like,
Word.
I mean,
I love my wife to death. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just talk about struggles. I also want to talk about great times because we've had some phenomenal times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen them too.
And we've like I said, I guess the reason why I talk about the struggle because a lot of people go through the struggles and that's where they tap out. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God to this day that he did not allow us to tap out because there was a time where we was tapping out like we were.
I seen you.
How long?
Straight up, I used to pray for you, dog.
How long into y'all marriage before she got pregnant? Before y'all was about
Bro,
to
hold on, time out. Okay, we got engaged and she got pregnant with our daughter like during our engagement. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So yeah.
But how long before that were you together? Like how long was you with her before?
Okay, we kicked it as really close friends, hanging out, doing things together. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
called
Time to
fucking,
time.
y'all.
Nigga, don't say that about my wife.
Damn, nigga, somebody's wife
She's
like that,
your
nigga.
wife. She's
Fuck
my
wrong with
sister.
you?
I love Rosa.
Nigga,
We
don't
all
say
grown.
that about my wife.
We are all
like
grown.
I said, nigga,
Y'all were
nigga, my
fucking.
kids watch this.
Don't
fucking,
talk about
my
this.
kids
Okay,
watch this
well,
fucking
I'm sorry.
podcast,
I
you know what I'm
forgot about
saying?
that
So
part.
again, like I said, nigga, we was
Take that
hanging
shit
out.
back, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay,
You apologize.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
apologize. They weren't
Apologize to my
fucking.
wife,
We were
nigga.
humping.
Apologize to my wife.
I love you, Rosa.
I said apologize to
You
my
know
wife.
what it was.
I said apologize to my wife.
Don't say
Damn, nigga.
I'm sorry to my wife, nigga, because like for real,
I feel
nigga.
like you gonna beat me up now.
I am if you don't say I'm sorry to my wife, nigga.
This serious.
Apologize to my wife.
I apologize, Rosa. I don't want to
There we
be
go.
static with
All
you.
right. So like I
He
said,
meant
you know
that.
what I'm
He
saying?
meant- he
Nigga,
really
I
meant
meant
that.
that shit, nigga.
No, I'm talking about
I
Chris
can say
really
shit
meant
like that, but nigga, nobody speak about my wife like that. Anyway,
Goddamn right.
Nigga, so like I said, we was friends. We kicked it for like 3 years. And you know, I remember when we really started to move into more serious roles. I tell people this all the time. I remember one night we chilling and I was falling asleep and she whispered in my ear. She said, "Trey, I love you."
I know you was like,
Nigga,
oh, shit.
listen, nigga, my eyes got big as shit.
Nigga was like, oh,
my eyes
shit.
got big as hell.
Had you been thinking
And-
the same thing before she said?
No, listen. And I turned around and I told her, I said, you know what? I said, that takes a lot of courage. You know what I'm saying? To tell somebody how you truly feel about them. You know what I'm saying? It's not fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Because I said, and I know you probably want to hear it back, but reality is I'm not for sure if I feel that way. I've done the thing where I played games with hearts before, and I'm not into that.
Not being real with yourself.
I told her, I said, I don't know if I feel that way about you. So I'm not gonna say it at this time.
Did you?
Listen,
I didn't
You
know.
really didn't know?
Nigga, no, I really
No,
didn't know.
he didn't.
Nigga, I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, because I know
Nigga, this
sometimes
nigga,
that's game. It might have been game.
Nigga, listen,
Sometimes
here's the
that's
thing.
He was already
game.
getting-
Here's
he
the
was
thing.
already doing what he was doing.
Time out. Here's
I
the
know.
thing. I don't believe in game. I believe in speaking the truth.
That's my
and I
nigga.
believe in always, and this is for niggas out there who's single, giving women choices.
Real
not
choice.
not
Yes.
manipulating
Real
them to
choice.
be
On
in a
some grown
situation
shit.
with
Facts.
you thinking that you one way and you not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Let them
On
know
some
who
grown
you
shit.
are. If
Exactly.
you got multiple women, nigga, don't be afraid to speak that shit. Let them know, look, you not my only chick. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking it with a lot of different women. Either
least
you
they
with
have
it
an
or you
option.
not. At least
Yeah.
they have the option.
I mean,
But don't
like
trick
you
a
might be the
motherfucker.
main.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could turn out to be the main John. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But as of right, I'm just letting you know.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I got some things.
But you got to be honest. So I was
Word.
honest with her at that time because I really didn't know. And bro, I went to pray. I prayed on that shit. I prayed heavily, like Lord, like I'm not for sure if I'm ready for this. Is this the one that you sending me? You know what I'm saying? And we talked for like I prayed on this for nigga for like a month and a half, 2 months. And I remember one night I went out, and this is true story. I went out with my man Omar.
True what?
Nigga, whatever, true shit. I went out with my homeboy Omar. He had some older friends that we was with.
Yeah.
And them niggas was, some of them had been divorced, some of them was still married. And them niggas was just thirsty than a motherfucker. And I was just looking at these niggas and I'm like, you know what?
I ain't that.
I don't want to be that nigga.
Yeah, I've been
Like if
around
this
that
is what I got to look forward to, I don't want to be that nigga.
You beat the odds, bro. You know
And
what
so
I mean?
I left there. I picked up the phone. I called Rosa. I said, yo, we can do this. And we have been together ever since that night. You know what I'm saying? And since then, I've not cheated. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah,
believe in
this
it. You know what I'm
nigga,
saying?
you know what I mean? Like he's definitely somebody to look up to if you need some marriage counseling and shit
circle,
like that.
man.
Like to me, like you beat the odds, know what I mean? Because like you know, like I got facts and shit, know what I mean? So it says your marriage has a higher probability rate of surviving 10 years of marriage if you wait until at least 8 months into your marriage to have a baby. While the survival rate for couples who have children before marriage or within the first 7 months of wedded, bliss hovers at about 0.55. You know what I mean? So the number jumps to 0.85 for couples whose bundles of joy arrive after 8 months. So that's why I say, that's why I asked you, how long did it take?
Don't go wrong till 8 months in.
That's why I asked you, know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Have fun, know what I mean, before you decide to, you know what I mean, let loose, nigga.
I will suggest to couples who are newlywed or getting married, you know what I'm saying? Like wait for a while before you have children. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man,
saying?
enjoy it.
You really need to enjoy yourselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that Rosa and myself, we didn't get to take part in and really just getting to know each other and enjoy each other. You know what I'm
think
saying?
we
Before we
go
had
through a
kids.
lot
So
of pressures.
we jumped right into the whole family thing. I love my children to death. They've been the best blessing that we've ever had.
Truth.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them, a lot of us staying together at first was because of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? They
Your
played
kids
they
slowed
played
you
they
down
played a
more than
major
her
part
first.
of us hanging in there. You know what I'm saying? So
So what would you say to people now, you know, because like you've been through a lot of things. So what would you say to couples who actually have who have babies in a relationship or in a marriage? And because to me, like you know, working in the barbershop, we hear everything. So like a lot of things come like this. So a lot of people might come and say, you know, like everything is all good as soon as like we see people when they first meet a chick to when they like so happy. 2 years in, it's like, yo, I'm about to get married. They happy about it. The next thing you know, they have I mean, they get married, then they have a baby. And then probably like months later after having a baby, they're like, dog, like, I don't think this shit is working. So know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, like you were just so happy. Like, what the fuck happened? And a lot of relationships end because people have kids and it takes away from them loving on each other because now they both got love on this kid. And living out here in like LA or wherever you might be at, if you don't have family support to actually help you to like babysit and stuff like that, so it's just like you and this girl and this and the baby locked into wherever y'all are for about for about 2-3 years before you can actually get out and do something. You know what I mean? So like a lot of relationships end because of situations like this because they feel locked in and they have a baby and it's like they're not getting the love that they want because now they have a kid. So now I mean that's why a lot of people like to have babies after. I mean, what I suggest is have a baby after you get married or get with somebody. If you're older and you already have a kid, get with somebody who has a kid so you ain't got to worry about that stuff. But now I mean like enjoy yourself before you decide to bring a baby into this world.
I say,
you know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, enjoy the relationship. You know, I mean, do everything you got to do. Go travel. You know what I mean? Get everything out. Get everything out of your system. Just like a guy or a girl does. I mean, get everything out your system before you decide to settle down.
Here's the thing.
You know what I mean? Get all that out your system.
Here's the thing. Don't listen. Okay, because I talked to my wife about this.
Relationship
I talked to my wife
from Uncle Dice.
I talked to my wife about this now because it's not about getting everything out your system. It's about being able to put things on hold. You understand what I'm saying? Because
I mean, it's the things on putting things on hold and out your system.
Nigga, let me finish. Like, get all if you want to sleep with other women and other people, get that out your system.
Exactly, yeah.
But other things, like, nigga, like, there are just things in your life that you're going to want to do and you're going to want to, you know what I'm saying? It's a part of growing. Mm-hmm. So just because you get married, that don't mean you have to get rid of you. But if you're raising a family, sometimes you have to put some things on hold. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put this shit on hold so I can be here every day for my kids. But once your kids get to a certain age, you're able to unpause that and begin to enjoy other things in your life as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you have to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Be willing to sacrifice your own personal needs. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your own wants. Sometimes shit ain't going right. You got to be able to sacrifice how you're feeling for the sake of your family. When things are looking bad, you have to know at some point in time, this shit's got to get better. Yeah. If I can stick through, and I tell people that because there was times I felt like it wasn't going to get better. I felt like we was going downhill. But there came a time where we did, and we began to rise as a couple. We began to respect one another. We began to enjoy one another, and it became different. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes this shit gets hard, especially like, here's the thing. You come into a situation with another person. Y'all have two different upbringings. Y'all got two different, you know what I'm saying, points of view on life, on how to raise kids, on how you think your marriage should work, how you think your family should work. And you have to try to figure out how to make all of this shit work. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times people are bumping heads. Nobody wants to compromise, and then people start to step out. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody else is making them feel good than what you feeling at home. But the reality is that shit is just a
temporary thing. It's a temporary thing.
Because no matter what, at some point in time, even if you love that person, you say, you know what, I'm gonna leave my wife and I'm gonna be with this person. At some point in time, you're gonna face those same situations with that person.
Real shit.
So no matter what, you cannot avoid it, but you have to just be grown up to just deal with problems and to be knowing when you take a vow, your vow say, for better, for worse, through sickness and health, through death do us part. Yeah. If you honestly believe in those vows, if you accept those vows, digest those vows into your whole system, and you make that your life, bro, it's a journey. Mm-hmm. It's a journey that I appreciate now, 13 years in.
Thank you,
sweet. Love. I appreciate you. 13 years in. It's not all peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? It's work to be put in. It's effort to be put in. You know what I'm saying? That shit takes a lot of fucking patience.
Yeah, it ain't peaches and cream. You gotta make that shit strawberries and pineapples.
And if you pray for patience, I'm gonna tell you like this. Here's one of the things. In the beginning of my marriage, I prayed for patience a lot because I'm not a patient person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not patient. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy.
And I prayed for patience. But be careful when you pray for patience. The only way to get better at something is to practice it, right? Yeah, so when you pray for patience, God is gonna constantly test your patience in order to get you to be a patient person.
My son's mom.
I see myself getting married. You know what I mean? Eventually, like I'm definitely gonna get married and shit. You know, I always had this thing that I said, you know, I would have everything out of my system by the time I'm 40. I'm 40 now.
You lied, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, eventually something's going to happen to where I'm going to find that certain person, that compliments me. You know what I'm saying? And like you never know what's going to happen, but I'm definitely the type of person I want to have that person that I could actually live with and die with. You know what I'm saying? That, I'm not saying when it's going to happen, you know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person is like, we got to be together for a while. We got to live with each other before I actually decide to be like, yo, we going to get married. Like, I got to know you got to know me.
But see, here's the thing. Well, traditionally, old school style, you should not live with a person before marriage.
Nah.
I suggest that you do because of that,
I think you should. I mean, so you know the things you like or don't like. What you can deal with and can't deal with.
I'm going to tell you, but see, that's the conflict in it.
Nah.
Because a lot of times, here's the thing: when you marry somebody, I don't give a fuck how long y'all been together. Listen, you have to deal with it.
But if I can't deal with that shit,
bro, listen. Here's the thing:
there's certain things I can deal with, but if there's certain things that I can't deal with,
who you deal with. I don't give a fuck who you deal with. Everybody you deal with eventually has something that I can't fucking deal with. I can't deal with this shit. I can't take this shit. I don't care who it is. There is no such thing as a perfect person. Because there's no such thing as a perfect person. There's no such thing as a perfect situation.
I'm not saying it's a perfect
living situation.
Exactly. I'm not saying anything.
It don't matter.
Listen, nigga, none of us is fucking God. Know what I mean? So nothing is perfect. Know what I mean? So therefore, know what I mean, there's certain things that you could deal with and certain things you can't deal with. So know what I mean? So if I could, know what I mean? So know what I mean? I can sit up there and say, okay, I can deal with that. And I could deal with that. But if it's something major and I'm like, nah, I can't fuck with that.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I mean?
First of all, let me tell you this. Shit changes. People grow. People change.
Yeah, know what I mean? So listen, and that's why you live that's why you live together to work through that shit so y'all can compromise.
Let me finish. Most people that live together don't end up getting married. That's a statistic.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. That ain't on there.
Bro. I said, look up.
He said that ain't.
I don't have my notes. Again, I don't have my notes. I don't have my notes right now.
Nigga, that ain't on my notes. What the fuck is you talking about?
I don't have my notes, but realistically, most people who live together. No, right. Listen, I looked it up. Look it up for yourself. Most people who live together prior for marriage don't end up getting married.
I'm going to look that up.
Because I'm telling you, like, just
I don't believe
most of the time, listen, here's the thing. Everybody has something that you can't deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how much you love them. I don't care how much y'all get along, nigga. Everybody has something that they cannot deal with when it comes to dealing with another person in a relationship.
Yeah.
So here's and that's the reason why I say, because guess what? You'll always find a reason why you can't be with somebody if y'all not married. But if y'all married and y'all already got this vow, there's a certain stance to say, you know what? No matter what's going on, I have to be with you. I gotta be with you. We gotta be together. We gotta maintain, and you have to work through that shit. And that's what I'm telling you. Being married, bro, like there's a reason that God had you take those vows, because he knew that everybody at some point in time will want to give up. He knew that niggas would want to give up. He knew that women would want to give up. He knew that would be the case. So that's why he had you take a vow to say, this is my wife. I promise you, God, that I will love this woman. I will protect her. I will be with her. I will be with her no matter what, rather she gets on my nerves or not, sickness, health, till death do us part. That is the reason why he had those vows for us to take, because he knew that people would want to quit.
Well, you want to know what? If anybody's going to take any advice from anybody, especially coming from the people that I know, this would be the person to take the advice by. You know what I mean? This nigga Trey, you know what I mean? He, Trey the Truth, Sugar Trey, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's been in a relationship. He's been married for 13 years.
Dog.
Congrats to your marriage, bro. You know what I mean?
Rosa.
You and Rosa, like y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all got some beautiful kids.
I'm proud of you, dog.
Y'all doing y'all thing, man.
I've seen a lot of the hard times, man.
Now, I mean, so hopefully everybody got some good information on this episode. You know what I'm saying? We got my boy Mr. Kushington in the building, Lab Rats.
Love yourself, love your spouses, and, love your family.
And love everyone.
You know what I'm saying? When you have hard times, stick it out. You know what I'm saying? So again, I do want to wish a happy 13th anniversary to my love, my wife, my partner in crime forever and ever. Rosa, I love you. Happy 13th anniversary. And in that case, we want to say we wrapping this shit up, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Barbershop.
Wait. What? We don't do it enough. Give a shout out to Paul, man.
Oh yeah, Paul, our engineer.
Give a shout out to my nigga, man.
Yeah, he
For those of y'all
Paul over there, man.
Paul engineers our whole show. He's the man behind the camera. He makes
shout out to my dog
happen.
Paul,
so,
man. Always
we
give
do
love
want to
the
say
engineer,
thank you, Paul,
dog.
man. We thank you, bro. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all that you do. So Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And it's your boy, Dice the Barber.
And always Kush in the building, you know it.
And we out this bitch.
Peace.
Peace.